How you like?
You know, I've seen great attitude. I tell you, it's a fun group right now. You know, offensively, minus the first day, because the first day's always good. You know, it's hard to have a bad first day. There's about 6 rough days in there now. I thought, you know, offensively, I was kind of thinking, like, what in the world are we doing here? A lot of new faces, you know, a lot of lost production there, obviously. So, you know, those are the obvious things. And then finally, I thought last weekend we kind of got it turned around a little bit. And then today we kind of continued that a little bit. But the whole time, even as miserable as the results was out there for about 6 practices, it was a lot of fun because we had a lot of kids that are just really into it. And spring ball usually dies a little bit. You know, that as a player, I don't remember being that my favorite part of playing college football was spring practice. You know, you don't play till September, you know, and it's either really cold or it's really hot, and it's been windy the whole time, so it's a little irritating for all that. But that's probably the number one thing I've seen is we've got some guys that really like to play, they like being out there, so it's a fun group to coach right now.
You assess the quarterback room, obviously 3 guys working there now. What do you kind of see things?
That's just, yeah, only 3 right now, so we'll add to that obviously in the fall. You know, Mason has taken the most reps with the first group, and what we've seen is what we thought he was, is just a great ability, you know, big, can run, throws a really, really good ball, and he's really, I think, stepped it up. You know, Holton was a great role model. You know, we've talked about that a lot, and he's really committed himself a lot more now to getting over here and watching tape and trying to be a leader and, you know, doing all those type things. Alex Flynn's having a great spring practice. Alex had really improved last year. You know, the spring before last fall, we'd had a really heart-to-heart talk about, you know, we're going to make a decision here, you know, which way you're going to go with this. And he came back a lot more, I thought, ready to play last year. Still didn't get to play very much, but he was really ready. And now this spring, he's been really good. He's been really good. He understands everything we're doing, and is throwing the ball much better. He's trimmed down. He's moving around a little bit better. So I just see a really, really capable guy right there right now. Raheem's gotten here, you know, and it's like drinking water through a fire hose right now. It's just coming at you, and you're just trying to hold on. And every day we're just trying to get him some reps in there. He's had to primarily go with the third O-line, which, you know, Alabama ain't got a third O-line ready to play, you know, in spring practice. They're new guys. You know, some of these guys like him, they should be in high school right now. You know, really, they still really are in high school. So he's had to fight through that a little bit. He hadn't gotten a chance to do much. So today I got him some work with the 2s, and he really showed that he's got some ability. He's very, very smart. He's very committed to the thing. Big, can run. He's got a pretty good ball. So it's just a process now of him coming on and learning the system a little bit better.
Speaking of the quarterbacks, you also have a new starting center. How's that relationship so far developing?
Yeah, you know, Hampton Ergel was Johnny on the spot for the bowl game when all of a sudden we didn't have a starting center. And he played really well in that game. Earned a scholarship basically based on that game. Not totally. He had done some other good things. I think he's kind of continued over a little bit. You know, you talk about transition. You know, you lose 2,000-yard receivers and on, and we've also had a lot of coaching changes. So my room has been a little bit like everybody introduce yourself, you know, wear name tags in there. So Coach Shankwater and me had been together here previously, and then for 4 years, you know, here, and 1 year at James Madison. So 5 straight years, and all of a sudden new line coach. Boy, there's some terminology, there's some growing pains, oh, did I forget to tell you about that? You know, that you just knew you were on the same page. Now, Coach Bowler is awesome, so we're very fortunate to have him. We worked together back in like 2003, so I've known him forever. That's going to all come together, but there's some growing pains in that a little bit. And then first day of spring ball, one receiver coach leaves in the morning, the running back coach leaves in the afternoon. So it's been a lot going on in our room. So just really, we've done probably a lot better than you would have thought we would have done with that many players gone and new coaches. But all that brings excitement because new players, they're jacked up, they're ready to go, and they're fun to coach, and they get better every day. You know what I'm saying? Once the older ones, they just get a little bit better, you know. But these guys go leaps and bounds, and the coaching staff's coming together. You know, I think every day.
watching the scrimmage on Saturday, the running backs did well. And
They did.
I know that I've obviously had Mason as an option. How much do you feel like the running game can be even, I don't know, different or more explosive? Obviously, that people are different options.
Yeah, it would be funny to say we could be more explosive than having Keaton Mitchell, who led the nation in explosive runs. But we've seen some backs here the last couple of days that surely do look like they have those capabilities. That six practice stretch in there, we weren't giving them much of a chance to do much. And we're pretty good on defense, so a lot of compliments to them. They've upgraded some personnel over there a little bit too. But Saturday, we finally got some things going, and they got a chance to get up in the line of scrimmage. And when we left the field, we're thinking we should not back up in the run game. We should do better. Obviously, Raji's not even out there, and he's a huge factor in all this as well. Mason and really Raheem are both more dual threats. I wouldn't say Alex is. No apologies there needed, I don't think, for him. But they both can run. We're running Mason a little bit. Now, he's in a red shirt because you just can't afford to get the quarterbacks hit all the time. If you lost them, they got hurt, we would really be in trouble if we didn't have somebody to practice with. But, he's 6'5", 250. Truthfully, a lot of those hits, he's probably going to hurt the other guy. And Raheem looks like he's going to be that type of player too. So those are great options. When the quarterback can run the ball, it's like getting one extra blocker. And that's pretty valuable.
You've talked about in the past your relationship with Holton.
Yeah.
Closing this chapter and just reflecting on Pro Day, how proud were you of him and any other reflections of today?
Yeah, I was very, very. When you say you're proud of somebody, you're insinuating you had something to do with it, I guess, so maybe I shouldn't say I'm proud of him, but I was really, really pleased with their workout today. I've been doing this for too many years to mention, so I've been to a lot of pro days, and we've had a lot of guys go pro. Had a great run of receivers there for a while when I was here, and had 7 or 8 quarterbacks too. I don't think I've ever seen a better pro day than that. Now, it was super organized, so I think there's some people, really did a nice job with that. But they were dead on today. I really was. I was probably smiling ear to ear, out there, just how good they did. Because, every throw I was kind of leaning a little bit, get it, and those guys did good. They've come back and worked hard together. And there's a big advantage, I think, that they did have a quarterback they knew, and then he knew some of the receivers, so that chemistry kind of came back. So, yeah, they did good. It also made me sad that I was like, wow, I wish we had one more year with all those guys. Can we get another COVID year? Can we get one of those? Without having COVID, can we get...
Closing the chapter, though.
Yeah, it is. Nothing is really more pleasing for a coach than to see them go on and do well at the next level. Being in the NFL, that's awesome.
My heart is purple and gold. I'm a pirate down in my soul, and I don't back down, not at all. Find out when the cannons explode, from the sidelines down to the post. Put it down like not even close. All out to the last whistle blow. From the flag of the soul and crossbones. Everybody stand up, get your hands up. That a team knows what we got.
Makes you happy. I don't know if I'd be watching XFL football or not unless I had a player out there playing, but that's why I'm doing it, I guess. Yeah.
Any receivers that have taken that step forward in spring practice?
I think the guy that has shown the most improvement would be Kerry King. Kerry King has had a really nice spring. His weakness of maybe not catching it all the time, has really, really shown a great improvement. He's been really working hard at that. We know he's fast. We know he can do some stuff like that. But I think he's the guy that probably has shown the most improvement. Shane Calhoun, as a receiver and a blocker, has really shown that he wants to make sure everybody knows he's the guy. He's the starter. He's the guy that we need to be planning things for. So I would say that's another guy that comes to mind right away.
Anything else for Coach?
Thank you, guys. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah.